Today, I have a prop. Now, I don't exactly know what anybody calls this. I do know, telephone, yeah, I do know that we probably all have seen it. Maybe even we have played with it. And for those of us who have played with it, our fascination has come a bit with what is at the end, but rather more importantly, how magically sound travels between the two earphones. It is that magical in-between that young children focus on. And so today I'm going to ask us to focus on a different magical in-between. The in-between that actually links what many of us are doing in early childhood education and what many of us are doing in primary and elementary education. The focus of my talk today, then, is not so much at both ends of the spectrum, although, as Joan so eloquently said, we are really talking about continuity. But I want to pitch us in on the policy apparatuses that we need to put in place in order to really bring that in-between to life. As I review all the research, transition is a term that generally refers to people. People experience transitions, adults and children. Alignment refers often to what adults and the institutions in which they work must do to ease children's transitions. So for purpose of clarity of my talk, I'm going to say transitions are the challenges or the properties of children, and alignments are the challenges or properties of institutions. We create aligned institutions so children will experience transition with greater ease and facility. The real reality is that what makes that magical in-between work, and it will only work, is if at one end we actually continue to spend our energies ginning up the quality of early childhood programs, all early childhood programs in our country. There's some suggestions, and I know that my colleagues will have more. One of them is to consider national standards for very young children. Don't throw tomatoes at me. Another is to make sure that we sustain the work of early childhood educators through a systematic approach to credentialing. I've suggested in other writings for the Obama administration that we actually ought to think about allowing early childhood teachers to enroll in TIAA-CREF so that indeed they have durable retirement benefits. They leave not so much because of salary, but because we don't provide health and retirement benefits. And I do think that we need to make sure that the quality rating programs that we are developing, now mostly in childcare, actually transcend all early childhood programs. That's that end. The K-3 end, I really think that it is time that we require teachers, all teachers, to have courses, no matter what grade they're teaching, in child development. This is not a new idea. Jim Comer and his colleagues have been advocating it for years. I think it is important that we review all standards, K-3, much as the state of Pennsylvania has done, to really check to make sure that we've got opportunities for collaboration. And we need to make sure that K-3, with all due respect, learns from early childhood.